Totally normal things that gross out your brain. Let's get to the point. 9. Being disgusted by your own saliva. Think about how you would feel if you accidentally dribbled some water down your chin. Saliva is the best thing for your mouth. It helps you taste food, keeps your teeth healthy, and basically cleans your mouth all the time. But as soon as the same saliva gets out, your brain sends out a red signal. Your brain has a bouncer that says, "Sorry, buddy. You can't come back in once you're out." Researchers believe that this is your brain's old security system in action. A long time ago, our predecessors who didn't enjoy bodily fluids were less likely to get sick. Your brain doesn't care that it's your spit. Your brain doesn't care if it's a complete stranger until it's outside. This response is so ingrained that it might even make you feel ill to your stomach. Your nose can get wrinkled. Your lip might bend. Consider it. You can cheerfully swallow your own spit all day long. But if you spit into a clean glass and then try to drink it again, it becomes the most horrible thing ever. Same fluid, yet a very different reaction. When the fluid crossed the lip barrier, your brain changed its mind about it completely. 8. A dislike of hair that has been moved. When you find a hair in your food, your brain jumps from delicious to burn everything in less than a second. But you don't mind the hair on your head. You might even brush your fingers through it while you eat without thinking about it. Our brains are like very rigorous librarians when it comes to where things should be. Do you have hair on your head? No problem at all. There is hair on the plate, emergency code red. Our brains made this really strong ick response to anything that feels out of place. When you see a hair in your food, your brain starts to act like a detective. Where did it come from? How long has it been there? What else may be hiding? It's not only about food. Hair in your brush is not as disgusting as hair in your drain. Same hair, but in a different place, and a completely different reaction. Your brain knows exactly where everything goes. All the warning bells go out when anything is in the wrong place. One clean hair is probably not going to hurt you. But try telling your brain that when you're halfway through a bite and see one floating in your soup. 7. Sink food disgust. Have you ever reached into your sink and felt anything moist and slimy? That feeling you get right away. "Get it off me" isn't simply you being choosy. Your brain's old survival system is kicking in right now. People who didn't contact unpleasant, moist, rotting things throughout history were the ones who didn't become sick and die. Our brains have learned to say no quite strongly to anything that smells like it might be rotting or dirty. That's why food that is absolutely edible becomes quickly disgusting when it goes down the sink. Your brain doesn't care that it was fine on your plate 5 minutes ago. It's now moist, slimy, and combined with whatever else is down there. That's pretty much a flashing red warning flag to your survival instincts that a bacteria party is going on. The texture is a big part of why it's so disgusting. That sense of mushiness and not knowing what to do when you touch it by mistake. Your brain really can't determine if it's pasta that won't hurt you or something that could make you sick. When your brain isn't sure, it goes with "better safe than sorry" and slaps you with a wave of distaste. Some folks have it even worse than this. Just thinking about wet food in the sink makes them sick to their stomachs. It's as if their brain's alarm system is at full blast. The horror of wet socks. The sun is bright, the birds are chirping, and then you step right into a puddle. You have socks on. Your mind swings into full panic mode right away. That chilly, squishy feeling starts to crawl up between your toes. It's like your foot is getting a small, unwanted bath that doesn't help you relax. The cloth sticks to your skin like an ex who won't take the hint. It feels like time moves more slowly when you wear a wet sock. Your brain is really concentrated on that one bad feeling. Every step that seems like a squish lasts forever. When you try to dry them while they're still on your feet, they feel warm but still wet, which makes them feel even worse. Your brain can't really understand what's going on. Some people are so grossed out by damp socks that they will physically walk barefoot in the rain to avoid the feeling. What to do if you have trypophobia? You gaze at a perfectly typical honeycomb and suddenly feel like your skin is crawling. That's trypophobia, which is a strange fear of groups of little holes or bumps. Scientists don't think this is merely a random worry. Your brain might be trying to keep you safe from harm. Many deadly animals in nature have patterns that appear like these holes that are close together. The blue-ringed octopus is a great example because its speckled pattern is lethal. People who lived a long time ago and were scared by these patterns probably lived longer than people who weren't. It's like having a security system that has been around for thousands of years. Your brain might also be trying to keep you from getting sick, since a lot of bad infections and skin problems make the same patterns. When you see something like a lotus pod and feel sick, that's your brain's old protection system kicking in. It's like the world's oldest antivirus program operating on caveman OS. People who don't have full-blown trypophobia still say these pictures make them feel bad. It seems like we all have a little amount of this response built into our brains. Reactions to unpleasant sounds. Your brain has a note button for some sounds like nails on a chalkboard that make you feel like you're going to die. Researchers discovered that these sounds activate the same area of the brain that deals with fear and disgust. When it hears these sounds, the amygdala swings into full fear mode. Your heart sinks before it races, like when you see your relatives sharing your internet history. These horrible sounds usually happen between 2000 and 5000 hertz. That's the range that our ear canals are best at making louder. It seems like nature made our ears the best places to abuse these frequencies. Some scientists think this could be an old method for staying alive. These frequencies might have sounded like predator calls or warning calls that could have killed our ancestors. Now, when someone drags their fork across a plate, it makes us shudder. Some folks get goosebumps just thinking about these noises. Your brain is so good at remembering that dreadful emotion that it can make it happen again without any sound. When you hear that dreadful screech, and your whole body feels like it's going to explode, realize that your brain isn't shattered. It's just a sign of being a parent from the Stone Age. Misophonia. Think about how it might feel to be in a calm room when someone starts to eat. People with misophonia feel like invisible ninjas are attacking their brains. Their hearts start to race, their limbs tense up, and they feel like they have to either run away or throw something at the source of the sound. It's not simply chewing, tapping, taking a breath. The sound of someone whispering can even make them angry. To them, these sounds aren't any louder than they are to anyone else. Their brains just opt to treat these everyday sounds like deadly threats. Researchers have determined that when persons with misophonia hear their trigger sounds, their brain's fight-or-flight reaction goes utterly crazy. When someone drinks soup, it's like their brain strikes the panic button. A lot of people need to have noise-canceling headphones with them all the time. Think about how you would have to get ready for fight just to have dinner with your family. Scientists think this problem might emerge when kids are still learning how to comprehend noises. It's like the brain's wiring gets crossed, and all of a sudden, typical sounds become torment. The craziest part: there isn't a switch to turn it off. When your brain thinks a sound is bad, that's it. Every sound you hear is either an attack on you or the end of the world. Magical thinking about contamination. Think about how it might feel to touch a doorknob in a busy train station. Your brain tells you that everything you touch after that is somehow infected with something nasty that you can't see. The scientists used pencils in an experiment. They told participants that one pencil was dirty, and then touched it to a clean pencil. Then they touched the second pencil to the third pencil, and so on. Most people thought that the contamination would get less and less with each touch. But some people's brains were sure that the grossness stayed just as strong no matter how many pencils they used. It's as if their brains assume that contamination is a spell that never wears off, or that it is terrible glitter that spreads everywhere and never goes away. Use this kind of thinking when you go food shopping. In your mind, the shopping cart handle becomes like a cursed object. Everything it touches also becomes cursed. Your mind begins to see chains of invisible contamination all around you. It's like a messed up game of tag where everything that gets touched stays it forever. The strangest thing is that this isn't a rare phenomenon. This happens to a lot of people to some extent. Your brain can make you feel sick about things that are absolutely clean, just because they touch something you think was dirty. It's like your imagination makes up a scary movie about viruses that never really happened. 1. Self-other disgust bias. Picture yourself at the gym next to someone who definitely didn't take a shower this morning. Their sweat smells so bad that it strikes you like a truck, and you can feel your nose wanting to get away from your face. But when you arrive home and take off your sweaty exercise clothes, your brain hardly really notices how bad you smell. This is called self-other disgust bias, and it means that your brain picks out scents that it likes. Your brain has a VIP list for smells, and you're always on it. Scientists discovered that almost all people regularly smell their own clothes or skin without even thinking about it. Your brain goes into full alert mode when you smell someone else's body odor. It's like having a choosy bouncer in your nose who lets your own smells in, but stops other people's smells from getting in. Even if you're twice as stinky as the person next to you, your brain will still think, "That's just us being us." On the other hand, the smell of someone else's body could make you desire to migrate to a different continent. Your brain isn't being rude. It really is attempting to keep you safe. In the past, when we were cavemen, unfamiliar smells may signify danger or illness. Because of this, our brains became more wary of bodily scents that were new to them. Scientists really do use something called the body odor disgust scale to measure this. The results always demonstrate that people think other people's body scents are much worse than their own, even if the smells are the same. That's it for today. I'll be doing videos like this again in the future. You have to subscribe to see them.